Hi, welcome to my channel. Now we uncover the untold story of the Pompeii disaster, the ancient city frozen in time. In the summer of 79 AD, one of the most catastrophic and fascinating disasters in human history occurred. The ancient Roman city of Pompeii, lying at the foot of Mount Vesuvius in southern Italy, was suddenly buried under volcanic ash and pumice. For centuries the city lay hidden, perfectly preserved, offering modern historians an astonishing window into the daily life of the ancient world. This is the story of Pompeii, a city destroyed in an instant, yet immortalized forever. A thriving Roman city. Before the eruption, Pompeii was a bustling Roman city with around 20,000 residents. It was located near the Bay of Naples, a fertile and prosperous region. Wealthy Romans owned villas there, while farmers and traders enjoyed the benefits of a booming local economy. Pompeii had everything: temples, theaters, public baths, markets, taverns, and even a grand amphitheater. Its streets were paved with stone, and houses were decorated with colorful frescoes and mosaics. The citizens of Pompeii lived the good Roman life. They attended gladiator games, enjoyed feasts, and worshipped gods like Jupiter and Venus. To them, Mount Vesuvius was just a majestic mountain, not the ticking time bomb it truly was. The warning signs: Mount Vesuvius had erupted before, centuries earlier, but by 79 AD, its danger had been long forgotten. In the days leading up to the disaster, unusual things began to happen. Wells dried up, small tremors shook the ground, and animals behaved strangely. Some people noticed these signs, but most ignored them. Earthquakes were common in the region, and no one imagined what was about to come. Even the great Roman writer Pliny the Elder, who lived nearby, did not initially realize the scale of the threat when the mountain began to rumble. The day the sky turned dark, on August 24th, 79 AD, around midday, Mount Vesuvius exploded with unimaginable force. A massive column of ash, rock, and gas shot more than 20 kilometers into the sky. The eruption was so powerful that people as far as Rome could see the dark plume rising above the Bay of Naples. Within minutes, ash and pumice began raining down on Pompeii. Roofs collapsed under the weight, streets filled with debris, and panic spread everywhere. Many residents tried to flee, carrying their valuables and loved ones. But for thousands, it was already too late. A city buried alive. As the eruption continued through the night, thick layers of ash and stone, sometimes over 6 meters deep, buried the city. Buildings, temples, and even people were sealed in place. The next morning, a pyroclastic surge, a deadly wave of superheated gas and rock, traveling over 100 kilometers per hour, swept through Pompeii and nearby towns like Herculaneum. Those who had survived the falling ash were instantly killed by the heat, which reached over 400 degrees Celsius. In just 24 hours, Pompeii had vanished beneath the earth. It was as if the city had never existed. The forgotten city after the eruption. Survivors who had fled returned to find nothing but a gray desert. The landscape had changed completely. The location of Pompeii was lost, covered under meters of volcanic ash. For nearly 1,700 years, the city remained hidden, a ghost beneath the ground. Over time, people forgot where it was. Farmers built their homes and vineyards above the buried ruins, unaware of what lay below. The rediscovery. In 1748, workers, digging for a new palace, stumbled upon ancient walls, frescoes, and human remains. They had rediscovered Pompeii. Archaeologists began excavations, and what they found shocked the world: entire streets frozen in time. Pots were still sitting on stoves, loaves of bread were in ovens, and human figures were found in their final moments, covering their faces, holding their children, or clutching each other for comfort. Scientists used a special technique to inject plaster into the voids left by decomposed bodies, creating lifelike casts of the victims. These haunting figures remain one of the most powerful images in archaeology. A window into ancient life. Pompeii's preservation was unlike anything seen before. The volcanic ash had sealed the city so completely that even delicate items, jewelry, graffiti, scrolls, and food survived. Through the excavations, we learned extraordinary details about Roman life. There were bakeries with mills and ovens, taverns with wine jars, and brothels decorated with erotic art. Houses displayed vivid wall paintings showing myths, nature scenes, and portraits of the wealthy. Even the graffiti, political slogans, jokes, and love notes revealed the voices of ordinary people from 2,000 years ago. The human stories. Among the most emotional discoveries were the bodies of Pompeii's citizens, men, women, and children, caught in their final moments. Some were found together, holding hands. Others were trying to flee, their faces twisted in pain or fear. One famous cast shows a dog chained to a wall, struggling to escape as ash buried it alive. These scenes remind us not only of the scale of the tragedy, but also of the humanity of its victims. They were people like us, living ordinary lives until disaster struck without warning. Scientific insights. The tragedy of Pompeii also gave scientists a new way to study volcanoes. By analyzing the layers of ash and pumice, researchers learned about the stages of the eruption and the power of pyroclastic flows. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius released energy equal to 100,000 times the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Modern volcanology, the study of volcanoes, owes much to the discoveries made at Pompeii and nearby Herculaneum. Pompeii today. Today, Pompeii is one of the world's most visited archaeological sites. Millions of tourists come each year to walk its ancient streets, explore its ruins, and imagine what life was like before that fateful day in 79 AD. UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site in 1997, recognizing its value as a time capsule of Roman civilization. Efforts continue to preserve the fragile ruins from weather, pollution, and tourism damage. In many ways, Pompeii's destruction ensured its immortality. It gave humanity one of the clearest pictures of life in the ancient world. Lessons from Pompeii. The story of Pompeii reminds us of both the power of nature and the fragility of human life. It teaches humility, that even great civilizations can be undone in a single day. But it also teaches resilience. The rediscovery of Pompeii allowed humanity to learn, to preserve, and to remember. It stands as a monument not just to tragedy, but to memory, proof that even in destruction, knowledge can survive. Finally, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this World History Facts Hub channel.